Well, hello there, and thank you for joining me today. I want to talk to you about how you can reignite the engagement on your Facebook group today. Facebook groups are one of the most powerful and amazing marketing tools we can use to build strong connections with people inside our community, to add massive value to these people, and to build a community that is ready to buy the day you say, go to that link and sign up today. So a lot of us may have had really bad experiences with groups because there are a lot of really shitty Facebook groups out there where people are just constantly pushing their stuff down your throat, or it's just a sales fest. So those are not the kind of groups I'm talking about today. I'm talking about a group you love, absolutely love. Almost like, for me, when I had my babies, my mother's group was the thing. Love the daffodils. The daffs were the best group I could be in at that stage of my life, because it was a community of people going through a similar experience and bonding as a result of our same experience. It could be when you went to uni. Maybe your uni days was the best group of people because similar, like you have the same mindset. Everyone's there for the same reason. You're sharing the same experience. That's what a Facebook group should be. It should be a bunch of people sharing an experience together. And so if it's a bunch of women, like I'm thinking of women drinking wine, we all know who we are when we're hanging out in that group, and we all know why we're there, and we support each other in drinking wine. Or it could be a small group of a handful of people that went through a mastermind together, and you've been through thick and thin, and you've supported each other in your community. That is what a good Facebook group should be like. It should feel like when you check in there, you can breathe a sigh of relief because you're home, you're with your posse, you're with your peeps, you're hanging out in a place where people just get you. So, a question I get from people in my group and from some other people is, how do you ignite the passion, the engagement, the contributions in your group? How do you get it started? How do you get it up and running? And the question is about the same as, how do you host a party? The answer is, how do you host a party? It's the same. You run a Facebook group the same way you host a party. So I'm going to answer that question for you today. And I think it's a really important question for anyone who is running a Facebook group or who's thinking about starting a Facebook group, to help them build a community of connected people who follow their work and who look up to them and who are ready to buy when they make an offer. So if you're brand new to me, thank you for joining me live. I can see there's some people live. Please announce yourself. I'd love to welcome you. And if you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much for watching. My name is Salome Schillack, and my business is Shine and Succeed. I help entrepreneurs be seen, be loved, and be paid on Facebook. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. That's what I do all day long. Facebook in, Facebook out. I love this thing. It's gorgeous. And I love helping you be seen, be loved, and be paid. Okay, so let's talk about, how do you have a party? How do you put together an awesome party? Number one, you create an invitation. You create an invitation that makes people want to be at your party. Your invitation should communicate the culture of your group. Your invitation should communicate, this is going to be the best party ever. Okay. No one has ever enjoyed being at a party that they were hijacked from whatever it is that they were busy doing and plonked in the middle of. Don't add people to your group without them wanting to be there. they are not going to be engaged with your message. They're not going to engage in your group if you just add them without them wanting to be there. They have to go, oh, I want to be in this great group. Where can I request to join? Where can I request to join? That's when people engage in Facebook groups. They don't engage when they have been body jacked and plonked in the middle of a party. So, how do you create that? You give them little sneak peek behind the scenes views of what happens in your group. You tell them, we do these awesome free masterclasses where we share value and we encourage each other. And these are some of the questions that people have asked recently. And this is the conversation we're having in the private group. And if you want to join in the conversation, you just have to request to join the group and then you're in. It's like a birthday invitation. You got to communicate why it's so awesome to come to this party. Thank you for that heart, for that thumbs up. I don't know who's giving me that, but thank you very much. So create an invitation. Get people excited about it. Add value in other groups. Add value on your page. And then, don't invite people to join your group from other groups, but on your page. You can jab, right hook. So give value, and then invite them to join your group. That's fine. Okay? Make them look forward to it. That was number one. Create the invitation. Number two, what's the second thing about a great party? A great party has atmosphere. A great party has the music going and everyone knows what the theme is and they dressed up to the theme and the music is in the theme and they kind of get in the mood. And as soon as they walk in the door and you shove the first shooter in their hand, they know what party they're at. There's no doubt about it. You, the owner of the Facebook group, are responsible for creating a great atmosphere. That's the first thing you should create is atmosphere. How do you create atmosphere? Number one, you bring your personality, all of it, quirks and all. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to be polished. The people in your group don't want you to be polished. They want you to be you. They're there for you. They love you the way you are. So bring your personality. Bring your values. Communicate your values very clearly. Hey Dion, thank you for joining. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you love the analogy. Where are you from? I don't think I've met you before. I don't think I've seen you on my page. Let me know where you're from. I'd love to know. Values. Communicate your values. Let them know what you stand for, what you love, what you want them to bring to the party. Let them know how you roll, how you do things. People in my community, they know I don't tolerate promotion if it's not promotion day. They know if someone, actually it's like sort of this inside joke now, because if someone from Canada, welcome, I'm so glad you're here. So in my group, if someone posts a promotional post, I can kind of hear the other members whispering to each other, oh shit, Salome's gonna kick them out. What's going to happen? There's like this excitement. It's kind of like they're like little sadists. They go, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And they send me little messages and they say, did you see this? Did you see this? Someone's spamming us. Someone's spamming us. And then we have a huge kick out party and we kick someone out. That's a value. In my group, people know that when they come there and there's unsolicited promotion, they're going to get their butts kicked out. That's my value. That's how I roll. That's how I ensure that I'm always adding value to the people in my group. That's how they know they're not coming to my group to be sold to every day. Okay. So communicate your values. Communicate your standards. Communicate how you do things, how you roll. And invite people to do things the same way. Tell them, this is how we do things. I want you to do this as well. I have an expectation of the people in my group to add value, to ask questions. Ask questions is the one thing people in my group do all the time. Ask questions. Because I always say, if one person's asking it, 20 people are thinking it. Okay? So asking questions, that's a big thing for me. So create the atmosphere, right? That was the second thing. The third thing is food. People come to parties for food. So they join the party for the feeling they're going to get. They stay at the party for the value they get. They join the party for the feeling. They stay at the party for the value. The value is the food, okay? The value is, and with value, I don't just mean jump in and teach them something. Jump in and show them how to do something. There's certainly a place for content sharing and for sharing how-tos. I share a lot of how-to. I'm very implementation driven, so I share a lot of how-to. But there's also encouragement, the emotional stuff. There's also celebrating with them. Celebrating when someone achieves something, when someone succeeds. Today, someone in my group said they signed up their first client. And everybody together with me went, yay, well done, congratulations, you signed up your first client. And we cheer each other on. That's another form of content. So encourage people, celebrate with them, build community. Community is the value why people stay. Community is why people stay, and they stay to learn things from you. And they stay to learn things from each other as well. This is something else we have really, it's a great thing we have in my group is people ask questions and then the other group members jump in and answer the questions for them. And that way we all help each other build our businesses. And then the last way you can build an engaged group is check in. Check in with your peeps. If you're a host of a party and you walk around all the time, never checking in, seeing if people's drinks are full, seeing if they've got enough food, seeing if there's napkins out, seeing if the wine bar is stocked, seeing if the DJ's doing his job, you know, all those party things. You're the host, you need to check in. How do you check in on a Facebook group? You ask them questions. You ask them, you say, if I was to share such and such, would that be valuable to you guys? That question there, if I was to share this, would that be valuable to you? Gives you a gauge. No one responds to it? Probably they're not looking for that. Everyone jumps in and says, yes, 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 we would love it. What you've now done is you've made them hungry for it. So now you can ask follow-up questions. Okay, which part of that would you like most? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Be specific in the questions that you ask. So you're not just like at a party shouting over the microphone, who doesn't have a drink in their hand? You're not doing that. You're going to them one by one saying, hey, can I get you a drink? Hey, can I fill your glass? Or have you tasted the hors d'oeuvres? Do you like these? Do you prefer salty or sweet? You know, cheese or cake? Or what, cheese or cake? Yeah. Which one would you like? Check in with them. Ask them questions. Ask them, if I was to do this, would it be of value to you? That way you can gauge what your audience wants, what your group wants. Because sometimes what we think they want and what they really want might be different things. So ask them specific questions and then give them options. Okay, so there you have it. That's my 4 quick tips, quick items, quick things that you can use, my party analogy, for building an engaged Facebook group. If you have any questions or comments for me, please pop them in the comments box below. I would love to answer them for you. If you ask me a great question, I might even go live and answer that question in a live video. And if you want to join my Facebook community, where I hang out with other entrepreneurs who like the way I party, and we do party in there, then you can go to the link shineandsucceed.com/community, or you can just click on the button at the top of my business page, this page here, that says learn more, and then you can request access to join my party, because I would love to see you at the party. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much. If you're watching live, Dion, I'm really glad you joined me today. I'm very happy to meet you. I think it's the first time you've been live with me, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. Always love having the Canadians on board. Have a lovely day, and remember to keep the comments and the questions coming. I would love to answer them for you. Bye.